Hello and welcome to Wolf Wires. I'm your host Wolf. I'm casting a game of League of Legends today. It's on a freezing cold Saturday morning here in New Zealand, Auckland. And you know, kind of thought, well, what am I going to do with my morning? I just thought, well, let's get a bit of practice into the casting. Let's cast a few games, let's upload them and see what you guys think. So again, this is the second game I've ever casted of League of Legends, so gonna see a lot of mistakes, but you know, it's how you get better, right? Practice makes perfect and all that. But it does look like what's happened here. The game, of course, is 5 minutes already in, and the 2 kills have gone down to the purple team. Yeah, this is just a game I found in the lobby, so it's not of a greatly high skill or high ELO to my knowledge, but still, hopefully it'll be exciting. And let's get started. So it looks like Lee Sin did just die there, and Mumu, bit of glitching up there. I think he was backing, a bit of glitching. Okay, the client's just sorting itself out. So let's go over the players here. So we've got a Jarvan versus Kennen top lane. We've got a Lux versus a Morgana mid lane. We've got a Vayne and a Nidalee supporting Nidalee bot lane versus that Kog'Maw and of course Nunu bot lane. Now this is going to be a bit scary because of course the Nunu and Kog'Maw don't have any sustain, and that Nidalee can, if she can land those spears, can poke really well. It doesn't look like Lux did go up there. I did completely miss that. Might just go back and check out that gank and see what happens. So it looks like Lux does go up. Kennen does have vision here because he sees this ward. Jarvan managed to land that stun perfectly. The light binding, doesn't actually quite land, but she still manages to get off that E of hers and do a lot of damage. And that is what light binding. Yes, it is the light binding. It's the opposite than dark binding, which of course is Morgana. What's happened in the spot lane? Oh, looks like Vayne got extremely low. Kog'Maw's chasing after her, trying to... Oh, he just needs 2 more autos, but it's just quite not enough. She managed to strut out of there, just, you know, on a tiny bit of health. So, Lee Sin's already died twice here, so he is set quite far behind, and obviously both those kills were on Lee Sin, so... Yeah, you can already tell he's actually a little bit high behind in the jungle, considering Mumu is actually in front of him. It looks, Jarvan's thinking to make something happen. No, Mumu is in front of him, and also he's been able to gank a few lanes. So it does mean that he's been a lot more potent of a jungler as so far than what Lee Sin's managed to be. Jarvan jumping forward, just sort of threatening that Kennen a little bit, looking for those good engagements, looking to get a kill. He is level 6 now, so with that ult, he could definitely burst down this Kog'Maw. He's looking to do it. You can tell he's really eager to do it. Looks like he will go in there, uses the ult immediately, does a massive amount of damage, lays down Ignite, and just takes him out like that. Jarvan, with excellent performance, has got a kill here. And looks like how many kills does Jarvan have? Let's just find him wherever he is. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of an engagement going down here. Spear misses by an inch, and that's a lot of damage done to that Kog'Maw. So let's go back to looking for the Jarvan here. Jarvan does have 2 kills now, 44 CS to Kennen's 28 and 26, and 2 kills, 2 deaths. Excuse me. Vayne. Kog'Maw managed to do quite a bit of damage to Nidalee there, but they're letting Vayne just run rampant. You know, Vayne's just all the while where they're trying to damage this Nidalee. Vayne's just sort of slowly picking away at that Kog'Maw, and he's taking a lot of damage. And of course, as I said before, Nidalee's got a little bit of sustain, but this Kog'Maw Nunu lane does not have any sustain, apart from of course Kog'Maw has a sustain on his consume, but actually people don't pick that up now. It seems to be the new meta. Oh, that Spear's doing a good job just sort of warding him away from being able to, just sort of buying as much time as possible. And that's what I think that you want to do as support. The very high level supports can do that. Looks like Dark Binding, they're having a bit of an engagement down here. They're pinging this Morgana to go away. Obviously saw Nunu coming up. Although he is still going to be ready to take this. Can he land a banish toss? No, he decides to back off. He does have ult now. He's just checking that red. And sees it's not up, so he's looking for the good engagement. Morgana does have Dark Shield, she's just going to pop that as soon as he goes in. So they are going to make their way top lane, but this is very well announced. Kennen knows exactly where they are, but still, well, they're just going to look like they're going to dive them. Oh, they're taking the blue, they're going for the blue, and there was a fight down here. I missed this entirely. Let's just check out what happens here. Looks like Nidalee comes around to the side. He does land on that trap, so I know where he is. Oh, there's the condemned. Nice tumble. A lot of damage. The Spear lands, and that's just a lot of damage. The Exhaust is to seal the deal there. All the while, it looks like they did come down here, steal Morgana's blue, which is a good play from them, giving that to Mumu. Mumu can still very much lose blue at level 6 here, and Lux And Lux has got their own blue, so that's going to be good. Getting a little bit out of position here. They could make something happen. Looks like they do want to make something happen. Looks like they're getting ready to dive. Let's see if this Jarvan's going to be able to... He goes in. He doesn't use the ult. Does a lot of damage. There's the ult. How the Kennen ult gets done. Manages to dodge that Lux ult. Nice shield from Lux, keeping him alive there. Well, he lets his team sort of pick up the kill. Not gonna diddle-daddle around the tower anymore and sort of give the blue team a free kill. Again, looks like there was a bit of an engagement down here. Lee Sin coming down for a gank with Morgana, and what's gonna be happening there? Looks like they are a little bit out of position. Morgana goes in, uses a nice ult, but they split apart perfectly. Darkbinding goes down, and there's one dead Vayne. Vayne just having nowhere to run and just getting killed immediately. It's the first kill for blue team, but they are very far behind here. Actually, 2,000 gold behind, so that's a substantial amount already since it's only like 10 minutes into the game, and if the game keeps on going like this, it's going to end at 20 minutes, because I'll tell you what, purple team is being absolutely dominant here. And also they have a very good team comp. I mean, of course they've got that Amumu, which has got the amazing ult, they've got the Lux, they've got the Nidalee, they've got a lot of poke here, a lot of siege, and oh, nice Delight Binding card down, but Lee Sin's here, he lands the Q, he goes in, he's going to get the cripple off, the slow's going down. Oh, they're taking a lot of damage. He uses exhaust too. Looks like she wanted to flash over the wall, but will the ignite finish her off? Not quite. Will it? No, not quite. She does use that, but Lee Sin is coming around the side, but Nunu knows that he's here. He's just going to start and fighting him. Jarvan's coming in. Does Lee Sin not know Jarvan's here? That's a lot of damage, and that is Lee Sin going down. That Nunu would have probably been able to do it by himself too. Maybe just he's desperately trying to sort of get a little bit of advantage here, get a bit more of a dominance in this game, but he's just not pulling it off. What's going down here? It looks like, oh my god, that Kog'Maw is so low. Don't go back in there. Nice flash from Nidalee. One auto, and that's Kog'Maw dead. It was a bit of a questionable decision to stick around there. And Nidalee, just seeing that opportunity, just flashes forward, takes him out. Looks like they will be going for this dragon now. Mumu getting doing some good damage coming down with Nidalee. Vayne not opting to go down there, especially she is farming, and they don't actually have they have a pink ward here, so they know they don't have knowledge that Vayne doesn't want to sort of establish that she is going up there till too late. Good bit of mind games going on down there. Smite goes down and they easily take up that dragon. That puts them 4k, 4.1, yeah, about 4k, 1,000 gold in the lead at the moment. That is huge. At the 11-minute mark, that is absolutely dominant. 7 kills to 1. They're winning even on the CS pretty well. And of course they picked up a dragon too. They don't have any towers at the moment. Nobody has a tower, but surely they're going to start taking those very shortly. Blue team really needs to shake this up a little bit if they want to come back in this game. They're really going to need to put on their game face, put on their A game, bring out all their skills, because they are definitely behind here. Lee Sin coming up to get a good gank on this Jarvan. Probably a good idea. Jarvan is about no health. Kennen is max, and looks like he's building a lot of armor. Probably just so scared of this Jarvan. A good idea, but it means he won't have any damage. Jarvan does know that Lee Sin came up to here, and he's sort of just laughing away, saying, haha, I'm onto you. You're not going to get me today, buddy. Just go back to your farming. Lee Sin's going to do exactly that. Go back to farming those wolves up. And it looks like Morgana wants to make something happen bot lane, but they have a ward there. Going to see everything that happens. And of course, Lux is back on lane, so she doesn't want to lose the CS to the tower using that Dark Soul and just going AFK farm the best way that Morgana knows how. It looks like there was a bit of an exchange here, and Kennen coming out very far behind. He has decided to build the chain vest, doesn't have second boots. I mean, he's building almost entirely armor, which he might need to do because Jarvan is so strong here, but it just means that he's got absolutely zero damage, and he's got zero like spell vent, he's got zero sustain. I don't like that build from him at all. I mean, as I say, I'm not analysis, but finally he's starting to pick up 2 amplified terms, going to go for that gunblade, it looks like, and something's going to happen here. Mumu getting in position. He's going to come around the side, but Morgana's quite far back to the tower, deciding to actually go into the jungle. He does know Lee Sin's there. He doesn't spot him low. That could have been a good opportunity for him. He's 2 levels in front of it. Looks like he is going to go bot lane. Nidalee and Vayne. He flashes in. He does miss the ninja rope, but the ulti gets laid down perfectly on the edge, taking a few tower hits and a few hits from Kog'Maw, but he's going to be able to escape with a few scars, but at least he's alive. It looks like Vayne's going to do quite a bit of damage to that Kog'Maw. Lee Sin is here. He does land that Q, an excellent Q. He isn't in range to follow that up. Nidalee going to be landing a spear. Also, while this is happening, top lane's having a bit of a skirmish. It looks like Vayne will go. Oh, there was a flash there. Look, there's stuff happening all over the map. Looks like there was a bit of engagement. Lux didn't have any mana, so it could have been a bit dangerous for her, but she's getting at a tower, forcing that Morgana to back off. Gonna pick up this blue, nice little, nice, it's always good to have this, especially when you have no mana. Finally picking that up, there you go. It's Kokomo down by himself at the moment. Let's see if Vayne and Nidalee want to make something happen. Kennen again on half health. He's just got nowhere to answer this Jarvan. This Jarvan's absolutely dominating on him. There's just no way that this Kennen can do anything at the moment. He feels really overpowered, and exactly is that. He is really underpowered. Ping's going down for that blue. Looks like Purple Team do want to make another move on that blue, and but Nidalee coming down here can. Ooh, okay. Yeah, they just have knowledge there. It looks like Nunu is really out of position. The spear misses by a little bit. He does use his summoning heal there. The exhaust goes down on Vayne, but still, as you see, that Nidalee's even support Nidalee does a lot of damage. Ulti used by Jarvan, just absolutely ripping apart this Kennen. Kennen's gonna die to exhaust, and what's happening in this bot lane does look like Nunu managed to back out there, but this Jarvan, he is gonna be an absolute terror because he is already an absolute terror. Look at those kills. 3 kills, 2 assists, 106 CS. You do not want to mess with this guy. It does look like they are backing off. Look, the bot lane is very low. Kokomo doing a good job. The Kokomo and Nunu doing a good job. Ooh, what's happening down here? Lux and Amumu looking to get a bit of a kill. Morgana is going down bot low. She's going to be running through this jungle. Vayne going to these wolves obviously needs a little bit of CS, but they don't know she's here. Morgana could catch her out of position. Is she going to see her? She does. Oh, Vayne does see her. Oh, the Dark Binding Land Suck Soil is there, and that's a dead Vayne, just not on the right type of part, not on the right type part of town. That's what I'm trying to say. English is too hard for me at this current point in time. Nidalee trying to escape. She probably will be able to because she does have those leaps, and she has a very fast Cougar, especially with that passive running through those bushes. She is extremely fast, laying down that trap there, making sure that nobody's going to follow them up. Dragon doesn't respawn for a little while, so they have no objectives to take. Amumu just farming away, and let's look at the farm. So Lee Sin's got a 58 farm, and he has done a few ganks, but not as many successful ones as Amumu, and also Amumu has more farm than him, so Amumu is actually playing pretty well this game. Of course, that's got to be contributed down to those first initial kills that will put them, Lee Sin in the beginning of the game. It made him have a lot of downtime. Oh, just to putting down those, what is that called again? Oh, it looks like Kennen is here to pick it up. Lee Sin then to the Kiri, doing a lot of damage. She has to flash away. Here's Jarvan, a brilliant light binding. Following that with ult. Oh, this Lee Sin's really low. Jarvan being caught up by the Dark Binding is going to try and back out. Manages to back out. Here's a Mumu looking for that ult. Gets Kennen and Morgana in there. Lee Sin coming back is probably not wise. Make a decision, Lee Sin. Jumps in at the last second only to be picked up. A nice kick right into Kennen's ult, and he will be able to pick up that Jarvan by it. Oh, the Ninja Rope lands. Dark Binding lands. The passive goes down. There's a massive amount of damage from that lit. Oh, there's another fight bot lane. Nunu using his ult. That Kokomo just trying to do his best damage as can, but oh, the exhaust does go down on Kokomo. It's a lot of damage. Nidalee's starting to come into play, using her combos as best as quality. Oh, that Vayne's got a passive set kicking in. Manages to dive and pick out a Kokomo under the tower. Nice play from this Nidalee. Not playing as a support. No, not today. She might as well be AP Nidalee because she is doing as much damage as what a top lane would at this current point in time. Bloody brilliant play from her. A lot of excitement happening in this map. There's stuff happening all over the place, but let's look at the gold deficit in right now. 17 minutes into the game, and Purple Team sitting on 14k to Blue Team 17k, 17.5, but still, 17. It's a huge amount, especially for this point in time of the game. It looks like Purple's well and truly ahead. I'm wondering whether this will be a 20-minute surrender. That's because Blue Team's going to have to pull something out, something spectacular out if they want to bring this game back, and they definitely could. The first tower of the game does go down, making the Purple Team having all that much more gold. They're going to take Dragon as well. This gold is just it's getting out of control, and Blue Team really needs to do something about it. Jarvan. Oh, the stun doesn't just land. If that stun would have landed, he probably would have killed him. He did it with his ult up, and he has a lot of damage. Looks like Kennen's finally built his Hexstick Revolver. I wonder why you build that into a Will of Ancients or whatever. Oh, the Jarvan doesn't land the stun. Oh, he goes down. He doesn't even need the Ignite because that damage is just outrageous. So what else is happening on this map? Looks like Morgana's farming up. Morgana's got 140 CS. I mean, that's pretty typical. She's got a lot more, about 40 more CS than Lux, but then she is Morgana, so Looks like blue team got Nunu's going to be pushing for this tower, sort of even up the tower score, so it's 1-for-1 on each side now. That's probably what they need to do now. They need to take every bit of global gold they can, because they're about 7K, 10K gold behind now. They need to start really pushing forward these global objectives, really need to start looking to catch people out, and probably want to try and avoid a team fight as best as possible at the moment, even though they've got their Morgana, Kennen, ultis, and of course the Kog'Maw too. I mean, that would be scary as hell, but they don't have enough gold to make it really work at the moment. And if they can push forward this game to late game, then I'll tell you something, that ulti combo with that Kog'Maw backup and of course the Nunu. Oh, there's a kill going on. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to shut myself up and start commentating. It's like a Nunu. It looks like Kog'Maw just going to forward up and found by a Nunu. He will be out. He lands a ninja rope, gets a lot of damage off, uses the ult, making sure the knock up from Jarvan, and Kog'Maw just goes down straight away. So you can see, that's the big thing here. The purple team is always managing to catch these blue teams out all the time. They just constantly getting caught, and it's really making these guys lose this game. Dark Binding does miss by a little bit. Nice play, and the Light Binding manages to land a Morgana. It followed her up with a Nidalee Spear. It didn't land, but if it did, it probably, no, sorry, that doesn't work. I was going to say it would have popped her passive, but I believe that Lux is the only one that can pop her passives, actually. We can actually have a read about that, can't we? Yeah, it looks like it's only popped by Lux's auto attack, not like Leona's ult, which is popped by anyone's. She is going to go for a bit of a kill here. Jarvan is sort of is deciding to back off. Morgana wants a bit of blood here. She is pretty strong. She's actually stronger than Lux at this point in time, so she can fight her. But Lux does have actually scratched that. She's got a Mage Eyes, and looks like the ult's been put down by Morgana. It's going to be a lot of CC. Laying the Dark Binding. The exhaust goes down in the Dark Soul. It's a massive amount of damage, and she managed to kill out Lux. Mumu did show up to the party, but he may be a bit late. Can he pick up this Morgana? He's taking away the health. Oh, the exhaust gets laid down. Nidalee's going in for it. Oh, the nice flash away. Kennen managing to pick it up. Oh, the stacks are stacked. Oh, he's not going to be able to make anything. Ninja Tab becomes in. Jarvan coming in from the side, backing off straight away. Not seeing an opportunity. But as I said, Lux has got their Mage Eyes, so it's good to kill her. She's only in 2 stacks now, so no, they're not paying off as much as what she spent on them at this point in time. Oh, the Ninja lands on that Nunu, and Jarvan and Vayne are there to follow it up with a massive amount of damage. Just one dead Nunu. Oh, the ult from Jarvan is brilliant, forcing 2 flashes away. They're going to switch onto this Lee Sin, doing a massive amount of damage, locking him down, and just killing him straight away with that Jarvan and Mumu and Vayne damage. Looks like the gold deficit is actually, the blue team is slowly starting to catch up just a little bit. If they can keep this up, maybe they can turn this game around, but I'd say it's pretty unlikely at this point in time. Oh, the Ninja Rope misses, but even if it did land, she had that old black shield up, so it wouldn't have made anything happen. Good bit of damage to this Kennen, using the ult on the very edge and just managing to pick him up. A nice play there, looking at that, seeing an opportunity and just saying, well, hang on, we could kill this guy. Pop goes the ulti, and Lux says, okay, time to use my combos and burst the hell out of him. Farming in mid is normal, and this is exactly what they need to do. They just need to play it passively, farm as best as possible. Dark Binding does land, getting a... Oh, with the Nidalee Spear, that's a huge amount of damage. That Kog'Maw has got to be literally booing himself at this current point in time, because that was a huge amount of damage. That was a scary amount of damage. Nidalee just being the pain that she can be. This is the great thing about being a Nidalee support. I'm actually a bit of a fan of Nidalee support. I don't play it personally myself, but she's fairly cool because she can be pretty dominant in team fights because she still, with the combos, do a lot of damage. There's a kill. Oh my god, I missed a kill. I'm just going to have to go back there and check this out. So where's Vayne? She's down here. There's going to be a kill down here somewhere soon. I completely missed it, obviously. Oh, the tumble, the ult, the condemn into the wall, the massive amount of damage. She manages to take out Kog'Maw with some brilliant play there. Absolutely amazing. Oh, flashes over the wall and picks up a Nunu too. Oh, I tell you what, in villain name, I am officially a fanboy. That was a nice play. Lee Sin managed jumping on this Vayne, but I think he's bitten off a bit more than true. Jarvan's there to clean it up too, and Lee Sin all of a sudden realizes, oh, I'm in unfriendly territory, I'm in deep waters, and he goes down hard. Now going to push this tower, looking to go for this inhibin here. probably quite a wise position. They're in such a good advantage at the moment that they can really just push forward. They could probably just take in a Hibs here and just win the game with no problem. Morgana being caught a little bit out of position, uses that Dark Shield. She's just going to be able to pull out pretty well. Coldman is going to be able to, I mean, they do a pretty good poke. Jarvan a little bit over, yeah, he has to use this old spear to pull himself out of a bit of trouble there. The Dark Binding does completely miss. And they're going to back off. But I don't think it's a good idea to chase here. They're getting themselves into a bit of position. I mean, of course, Mumu's in a good position. He lands it. Oh, perfect ulti is about to go down. Yes, look at that. The Jarvan in just a 2v4, but still the damage is insane. Here comes the Nidalee and Vayne. They're going to be able to deal a massive amount of damage. The Lux ult comes down, and they're all just crumbling beneath the hurricanes that is the purple team's goal deficit at the moment. Huge plays from them. A 2v4, and they basically crippled the team. It just goes to show Purple Team is in well control of this game, and it definitely is their game to lose at this point in time. They're going to push forward. The flash goes down. Oh, there's the surrender. Well done to Purple Team. It was a bit of a one-sided game, this one. It probably wasn't the most exciting to cast, but still, this is all about practice. And if you guys enjoyed this and wanted to watch more of me, of course, this is my second ever caster, so I can promise you one thing, and that is, as the time goes on, I'm going to become a better caster. And that's the only thing, because at the moment, I'm so bad that, I can only really go one way, can I? So if you want to see me sort of slowly progress to be a better caster, then subscribe and you'll see more of my videos. Or if you want to leave me a comment, that'd be greatly appreciated. If any sort of tips or saying, I don't like this, I do like that, or whatever, it just greatly helps me, and I do a lot of research and I'm trying my best. I think I've sort of come leaps and bounds from my first cast, and that was it was actually greatly due to people just giving me tips and stuff. So I'd love to hear any tips that you guys have. Just anything like that, chuck it out there. It's what I'm really looking for. This has been Wolfwise. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take it easy, and thanks for sticking through the end.